Across all tiers, increased rates is part of a growing trend here with all these streaming services. So many of us have more than one streaming service, like a lot of them. These subscriptions are, adding up. So we have Drew Kliber here with Wilde Wealth Management Group talking about some smart strategies to keep things in check. We were talking, before we came on here, people used to cut the cord. They didn't want to pay their cable bill. I think I'm paying more now than my cable bill just in streaming services.
Yeah, absolutely. I have cable and I have the streaming services. You add them all up, it's multiple hundreds per month, unfortunately.
So what is, we want to watch our shows. So what would you suggest somebody do to keep these prices in check?
Well, the best thing is kind of figure out which shows you want. I mean, the streaming services have gotten a little smart. They used to put them all out there and you could binge watch it in a couple nights, but now they're kind of releasing each episode ever on Sundays. So figure out the ones you want. When that episode or that series ends, if there's no other shows on that streaming site, cancel it and then wait till the season 2 of whatever one you're watching comes back out.
And you were saying a lot of folks, you get that try it now, or you get the little subscription to watch the show, but then you don't actually cancel it. Yeah. I'm guilty of that.
Yeah, you and me both. People forget about it. That's the thing. So I recommend kind of do a little audit. Most people put their credit cards out there for the streaming services. Once a month, once a quarter, go through your credit card and just kind of remember, that you have Amazon Prime, you have Paramount, you have Hulu, you have Netflix, and all the others that are out there. And kind of ask yourself, which ones are you really watching? And which are the shows that have ended and that you can kind of cancel those trials and re-up it when the next season comes out.
I'd imagine as well for somebody who is financially struggling, this is a way to, kind of cut costs, if you have to.
Yeah, these streaming services add up. They're spending a lot of money on tech and the new crazy shows that they're coming out with, and those aren't cheap. So they're spending the money they're spending, they have to pass on to us. So figure out, as I said, kind of figure out what your budget is, figure out what streaming service you're using, and cut the ones you aren't, and you can save hundreds probably during a month.
Are people surprised, I guess, when you talk to them about their finances and then you talk to them about their streaming services, how much they are spending?
Yeah, but most people have no clue because they get in the trials and then they set up for the automatic renewal. They renew each year, and they get stuck watching the shows, or they forget to go back and cancel the ones that they're not watching. Yeah, it adds up. There's good ways to save. You can, a lot of credit card or cell phone services. I know T-Mobile and some of the others have discounts on the streaming services if you kind of add it to the cell phone bill. So you can save a lot of money doing that. Credit cards have cash backs, or they also have, ways you can get discounts on the streaming services if you put that card on for the bills. So there's a lot of ways you can do it, but definitely go through and figure out which ones you aren't watching anymore.
I didn't know that credit cards and things, they have kind of those special deals.
Sure, yeah. They have either cash back or they'll have a deal whether it's Netflix or Hulu seems to have a lot of them on there. But yeah, if you kind of ask your credit card if they have it, or look at your statements and see if you can add them to the bills, and you can save some money.
There you go. Have to just sit there and go through. Have to keep check on what you're actually paying there. And don't even get me started on my newspaper subscriptions, because I have, I have those as well. It's just like, oh my gosh, how many subscriptions? I wish you could just pay one, just like, here you go. Here's just my money, and then everything is subscribed. I don't have to worry about it.
That would be nice.
That would be
very nice.
All right, we will be back.